Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. This is Pat with your weekly Oracle card reading and message for this first week of the new year. Let's see what's going on with the energetics this week and what's coming up for us. Now, yesterday we just had the first full moon of the month. And I know as I was driving this morning, I went to a very early meeting. The moon was still out. It was beautiful, big and full and bright. So, when full moons are around, there is a different energy with a full moon. Sometimes for a lot of us, it amps up our dreaming, our intuitive abilities, and it's a great time for releasing. And of course, the fact that it's occurred right here at the beginning of the new year, and we're releasing and letting go of everything that took place last year, and creating new foundations, new beginnings for the new year. So it'll be interesting to see what the energy's like this week. Now, of course, I'm going to call on the Archangels Oracle card deck like I always do to see what Archangel is overseeing us this week. And for I felt guided to call upon the Archangel Raphael cards when I asked what card deck would be best to use for the messages for this coming week. So it definitely seems like healing is in the works. Okay, so for our Archangel of the week, I had gone ahead and picked the cards out ahead of time in the interest of saving time on these videos. So this is our Archangel card for the week. I just pulled it and put it down and didn't look at it. And it's Archangel Raphael with this message of healthy lifestyle. So it's definitely speaking to all of you out there who have decided, with the new year that you want to lose weight, you want to get in shape, there's tons of us. I've done it myself. I started last night doing meal prep for the week so I could, I'm ready to be done with excess weight and et cetera, and the problems that it causes. So Archangel Raphael is our angel to oversee us this week with any kind of help that we need to get going on whatever resolutions we've made that way. It says eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, exercise regularly for optimal health. And what I get from Raphael is that, optimal health is going to be a really key issue this year, okay? In the sense that, as we, last year was very tumultuous in terms of, there's a lot of natural disasters. There was some traumatic events that took place. There's a lot that went on in the political arena with dramas and things going on. The more we focus on our optimal health, the better we are able to cope with those kinds of circumstances. Life has its ups and downs. We can't get away from that. But we can, work with it better. We can be taking action on our own behalf without necessarily reacting to every situation that comes along. When we focus on our optimal health, it makes us better able to make decisions, better able to cope with the situations that come up, and life can flow. Our own personal life can flow a little bit more smoothly for us. So this is not only just for this week, this first week of the new year, but I feel like this is a kind of a how do you want to call it? A kind of a flagship message for the year. When you're struggling with priorities, remember to focus on your health first. Alrighty. And, Raphael is an angel. He's the angel of healing. So his color is this beautiful emerald green. And he can help us, if you're looking for the right gym, the right program that's going to work well for you. Angels work through us. They work through us. Sometimes there are instances when they, come in and help to create a miraculous healing. But oftentimes they work through us to help us to find the services that we need, the right practitioner, or to give us the inspiration for a new idea. and the inspiration energy to follow through on it. So work with Raphael this week if you're looking for help. And he can even help you to find the finances, the financial backing to afford that. If you're looking to eat healthier in terms of more greens, more organic, those tend to be a little bit pricier out in the supermarkets. It's amazing to me sometimes the way they take things out like gluten and dairy, but they make it pricier because they've removed things. But and rice flour, I'm sorry, isn't that much more expensive than wheat flour, I don't think. But anyways, so he can help you find and afford the places that you can get foods that would be the most nutritious for you, as well as finding the right practitioners and affording that. So he can help with the financial end of it as well. So let's go to Raphael. He also, I feel like he's going out to some people who are embarking upon that in terms of their career. I mean, near the end of 2017, as we got to the end of December, there was some career transition cards that came up. So I feel like it speaks to some of you that are embracing that as a career for yourself. You might be drawn either to, I feel like this goes out to some people who are looking to be, either a physical therapist or, an exercise coach of some kind. As well as people who are just drawn into the healing professions like holistic health and, not necessarily a doctor or a nurse or something like that, but more in the direction of helping people maintain healthy lifestyles through diet, nutrition, and exercise. So, all right, that is the focus. Now, as we start out our week, there's a couple cards that came out together. And one of them was Forgiveness Heals and Inner Authority. Okay? So the Forgiveness Heals card is very much in alignment with the full moon energy of letting go. And it signals, a shift that you're in a place maybe where you are ready to embrace some forgiveness and be willing to let the past go. Whatever happened or what somebody did or how they interacted you, it may not have been right. And you may not agree with it. And forgiveness doesn't justify that either. But forgiveness is part of a practice that it's part of that practice of harmlessness. When you become willing to forgive, it helps your body relax and unwind from some of the tension that caused. It doesn't mean you're letting somebody else off the hook. In truth, you can't remove somebody energetically. You really can't remove somebody from having to face the consequences of their actions. So you're not letting somebody off the hook. Their own energy will come back around to them. Okay? So we have, it's just signals that at the beginning of the week, there's some letting go that's going on. You're just ready to put the past behind you. And it doesn't mean you have to make nice or pretend that everything's okay. You might, in some instances, even when you're forgiving, you might still have to seek justice. You may still need to, keep a boundary up with a certain person in your life, but it just means you're willing to let go of the anger, the hurt, and the pain that may have been caused by whatever took place. Okay. So the other card that came out along with it is this one, Inner Authority. Okay. And it's really, it's kind of a funky picture, but it's really about trusting your own inner truth about something. And I want to just quickly peek in the book about this because it has a pretty significant message. It's about using your own power and authority, and not giving your power away to others and ignoring your own feelings, and which has a lot to do with the forgiveness part. That's why they came out together. Okay. It's about standing up for yourself and speaking, your truth about something. All right. And trusting your own intuition, your own inner authority that knows what's right for you. Okay. So the beginning of the week represents a real shift that's taken place with this. I believe, it's definitely connected to the full moon energy. Okay. The next one card that came up for middle of the week is this: use your natural healing abilities. And Look at the, this is about nurturing, all right? And because some of you might wonder, what natural healing abilities do I have? Maybe for some of us who've been Reiki masters, or if we specialize in some healing modality, it might not be such a stretch for us to, know what that is. But if you look at the little puppy that he's got in this card, it's about your own natural abilities, natural healing abilities have to do with your ability to nurture and nurturing your own self and your own heart. I mean, the person you may be forgiving in this at the beginning of the week is your own self. If you're trying to let go of behavior from the past, if you're looking at yourself in the mirror saying, oh my God, how did I get so heavy and out of shape? I know I do that more on a few occasions. You have to be willing to forgive yourself and say, you know what it was. Or maybe if you're facing a really bad financial situation, you have to say, you know what it was. It got to the point because of whatever, but now I have to start where I'm at right now. I have to forgive myself and move forward. But this card, it's his action with the puppy that has to do with our own natural healing abilities, okay? We all have that ability to nurture other people, but sometimes we need to do that with ourselves too. Think of how you would speak to someone like a child or someone else who is going through a difficult time, okay? So if you yourself are having a hard time getting over something, or if you are trying to start something new, trying to start your life over, trying to get new things in motion, nurture yourself. Think of how you would behave with a cute little puppy like that and give that to yourself, okay? And you may, for some of you, be discovering, that there are some abilities you have that are very healing to people that you didn't really know that you had. Maybe it's the way you say something. Maybe it's the comfort and the gestures that you extend to somebody else that brings comfort and nurturing. Those are part of your own natural healing abilities, okay? And what's coming here at the end, toward the weekend, is getting a good night's sleep, okay? We all need to recover from this past weekend. Even if you aren't somebody who goes out and imbibes a lot, if you stayed up late to ring in the new year, you're sleep deprived. So anyways, this is going out to some people who've been really wrestling with issues with sleep, whether or not you stayed up late, for the new year or not. So I feel like it symbolizes, when you can sleep like a baby because you don't have any issues troubling your mind. I feel like that's what's coming in at the end of the week. There's maybe a bit more relief. You're putting some things behind you and you can finally put it to rest. And it's symbolized in this card as a good night's sleep. You can go to bed without something running through your mind, worries or concerns running through your mind. If you've been suffering physically, it symbolizes there's some relief coming through at the end of the week. Okay. And you'll be able to finally get a good night's sleep if you haven't during this, during the week. So, trust and have faith in that. It's always good to know that you can look forward to getting a good night's sleep. And it's about ensuring also that you do that. Because remember, part of Raphael's message was to eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep. It's worth investing as the week comes to an end. Investing in getting a good night's sleep for yourself. What are the things that you need around you to help that? Do you need to go to bed earlier? Do you need to have a really quiet room? Or maybe you're somebody who needs some white noise going on in the background. Do you need the room to be really dark? Take the steps that are, this is about taking the steps that are needed to invest in you getting a good night's sleep. Okay? Maybe you even meditate a little bit or listen to a quiet meditation with some gentle waves or something, ocean waves in the background to kind of ease you into your night's sleep. So anyways, those are our messages for this week. Thank you so much for watching the videos. I'm looking forward to be doing a lot more for you very soon. Take care, everyone. Have a great week.